ABC LA's Chuck Henry. He says she wanted custody.
She made it perfectly clear that she wants the children. She said, well, you know, Michael and I had an agreement, but he broke the agreement. He died.
I was absolutely somewhere between shocked and insulted on the custody question.
What is best for the children? Is it to be raised by their mother? Normally one would say absolutely, categorically yes. On the other hand, the children didn't really know her.
A custody hearing was scheduled, and then allegations surfaced about the children's paternity.
New questions about who really fathered Michael Jackson's kids as his lawyers try to shore up the Jackson estate.
Speculation first loomed that longtime Jackson dermatologist Arnie Klein could be the father of at least one of the children. Then, the children's godfather, Mark Lester, said he may have fathered Jackson's daughter.
There's a possibility I could be the biological father of Paris. Years before that, Mike was saying about having children. He then asked me if maybe I could help him out, and I started joking. But, you know, he said, would you give me this donation? And I thought, okay, well, you know, what harm can I do?
Lester says he only came forward when he learned a tabloid would break the story.
So rather than it go out, which could have had a possible sleazy angle on it, I wanted to show that, you know, Michael was desperate to have children, and he was using every means in his resources to make that happen.
I think it's highly questionable that Michael Jackson was the biological father of these children. There were many stories floating around at the time of his last trial, and if you look at the children, it would be very hard to conclude that he was the father.
I don't know whether he is truly the biological father. I never asked him. When I saw Blanket a few months ago, he had long black hair past his waist, long straight black hair, big brown eyes, and if you saw this kid walking down the street, you'd say, it kind of looks like a little miniature Michael Jackson.
Just as he had been in life, in death, Michael Jackson was a target for speculation.
I certainly was not surprised that after Michael Jackson's death that there were questions as far as paternity. That's part and parcel of being a superstar. That's part and parcel of being Michael Jackson. The body may be dead, but the fame, the controversy, that lives on.
Could you imagine going to someone's house for dinner, staring intently at their children and saying, you know, I'm just wondering, you don't really look like you. Did you have an affair? Are they adopted? No one in their right mind would ever say any such thing. It would be not just inappropriate, it would be deeply injurious to the children and to the family. Why was it suddenly okay when it came to Michael?
On July 30th, 2009, Katherine Jackson was awarded custody of Prince, Paris, and Blanket, with visitation rights for Roe.
Everyone sought the same objective, doing what was best for the children of Debbie Rowe and Michael Jackson.
Whether Michael is or is not the biological father makes absolutely no difference in the minds of these children. He is their father, period. The way that Michael has been such a loving father, it makes absolutely no difference in their minds whether Michael Jackson is their biological parent or not. At the end of the day, he is their daddy.
Prince, Paris, and Blanket would continue to live with 79-year-old Katherine Jackson at her Encino estate, along with a number of their cousins.
They're in good hands. The children are in good hands.
His mother is one of the most loving individuals I have ever met. And she will do a fine job of chaperoning those children. She's a very strong woman, very strong woman. Don't underestimate her. She's very strong.
Katherine Jackson is a strong and regal woman. She's very quiet, very much the respected rock that everyone relates to. But when she speaks, she's one that measures her words and it carries a lot of weight. You know her presence is something that everyone regards and respects.
As for the paternity allegations, neither Klein nor Lester has pursued them.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Michael is Paris's father, was Paris's father. Michael will always be Paris's father.
Meanwhile, 3 children were grieving, and the Jackson family went into protective mode. Michael's sister, Reeve, temporarily moved in with her mother to help.
It was very difficult. It was very hard. We saw different kinds of emotions and family members just expressing how they felt about the whole situation. But yet, day by day, you can see the progression of people, or I should say family members, getting better and dealing with the situation better and feeling more, you might say, serene about everything.
Coming up, what's ahead for Prince, Paris, and Blanket? No longer hidden by veils and stepping out once again on the public stage.
I think they want to come out and help define their father.